in Northborough. So this is the Avidia Bank. So look, there is a camera right there in their front window recording the passengers at the bank and getting most likely all their information. So we'll see if somebody has an issue with one more ad. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a cam back going on over there. We'll give her the people's bicep. We'll give her the people's bicep. Noticed here today.
Alright guys, today's audit kicks off in Northborough, and right from the start, the mission is crystal clear, a full stress test of First Amendment rights in a public space. The camera rolls as the auditor positions himself along a public passageway near a local bank, setting the stage for another confrontation that could unfold at any moment. He's not even sure of the exact street name yet, but that doesn't matter. The goal is simple: document everything and see how the public reacts. There's tension in the air as he approaches the area, reminding viewers to stay tuned because something interesting is bound to happen. These audits are unpredictable, and that's exactly what makes them explosive. Within moments, the surroundings become part of the story: sidewalks, traffic, and people moving in and out of businesses. The tone is assertive, confident, and deliberate. The message is loud and clear: recording in public is legal, and today's encounter could either stay calm or escalate fast.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw that, but had some furious waving in my direction and giving me thumbs down after I gave him a thumbs up and waved back. Oh boy. Well, we already have a police unit showing up.
Now things start heating up. The auditor identifies the location, the corner of West Main Street and Monroe Street, right outside the bank. He immediately points out the irony. Security cameras inside the building are recording customers without question, yet one more camera outside might suddenly trigger concern. That's where the tension builds. He notices reactions from inside, subtle at first, then more obvious. A camera appears to point back, and the silent standoff begins. A thumbs up is exchanged, but it quickly flips into disapproval, showing how fast public perception can change. Aggressive energy builds as gestures escalate from friendly to frustrated. The auditor keeps rolling, calm but firm, documenting everything. This is the moment audits often shift gears. Curiosity turns into discomfort, and discomfort turns into call for authority. Sure enough, the atmosphere suggests something is coming. The body language, the waving, the visible irritation, it's all building toward one predictable outcome. And just like that, the stage is set for law enforcement to enter the scene.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? How's it going?
Not too bad.
What are you up to?
What can I help you guys with?
What are you up to?
I'm just out here stress testing the First Amendment right to record in public and the freedom of press out here in public. You guys support the First Amendment?
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah.
Awesome, sweet.
Yeah,
cool.
they called saying that you were out here recording, you know.
Yeah, well, so all you gotta go do is teach them about the First Amendment, I guess.
Yeah, no, all good,
right.
man. All cool. All right.
Hey, can I just get you guys' name and badge numbers just so I know who responded? Yeah. And can I get an incident number or a report number or whatever it was?
Hold up on here. Yeah. I'm Officer Martin, 180.
Martin, 180.
Yep.
Sweet, awesome.
He is Luby, 189.
Cool.
Yeah, obviously you see it from like their point of view, right? They're just worried that someone's just videotaping the bank. It's not an issue. I have no problem with it. You're allowed to do it. Sit here all you want, but you can see it from their point of view. Being concerned.
Well, look, I'll be honest with you. Out here on the sidewalk, not really.
Yeah.
Not really, because with public photography laws and everything like that.
No, you're all good. I have no issue with it.
Hey, I appreciate you though, man. We appreciate your professionalism and your knowledge.
No, for sure. And we'll go in there and we'll tell them too. So
yeah, please.
So
That'd be great. That'd be great. Because a lot of the times these guys just pull up, want to talk to me, and then they leave, and then it gives the bank.
Here we go. Police arrival. The interaction starts calm, almost friendly, but there's always that underlying edge. The officers ask what's going on, and the auditor immediately explains his stress testing the First Amendment. No hesitation, no backing down. This is where things could go either way, but the conversation stays surprisingly professional. The officers acknowledge the right to record, and the tension drops slightly. Still, the auditor pushes forward, requesting names, badge numbers, and an incident number, standard audit procedure. This isn't just conversation, it's accountability in action. The officers explain the bank's perspective, but the auditor counters firmly, emphasizing public photography laws. It's a respectful but assertive exchange, showing both sides navigating the situation carefully. The officers agree to educate the bank staff, which is a rare and positive turn. The energy shifts from potential confrontation to professional dialogue. But even with the calm tone, the camera never stops, and the audit continues. Because in these situations, anything can change in seconds.
The thought that, next time that we call and have this happen, they'll just have the cops come and,
no.
So it's good that you're going to actually go in there and give some free education, because they definitely won't take it from me.
That's cool. And that's just the incident number.
Sweet. Awesome.
You want to pull in the parking lot?
And what was your badge number? I'm sorry again?
189.
189. How do you pronounce your name?
Luby.
Luby. Cool. Thanks, Luby.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
How's it going, man? I'm just out here stress testing the First Amendment right to record in public and the freedom of the press.
That's what I thought you were doing.
You support the Constitution?
Of course I do.
The conversation continues with professionalism on full display. The officers clarify they have no issue with filming, reinforcing that the auditor is within his rights. That's a major moment, acknowledgement from law enforcement that recording in public is legal. The auditor thanks them but also highlights a recurring issue. When police simply leave without educating callers, businesses keep repeating the same complaints. This time, the officers promise to address it directly. That's accountability, and it's documented clearly. Badge numbers are confirmed again, names spelled out, and the interaction remains calm. It's a textbook example of how these encounters should go. The officers depart respectfully, and the tension drops, but the audit isn't over. The camera keeps rolling, scanning the environment, waiting for any additional reactions. Even though the situation seems resolved, there's still anticipation. These audits thrive on unpredictability, and the calm could shift again at any moment. The energy slows slightly, but the narrative remains assertive and focused.
All right, awesome. We love to hear it. Here, if you'd like to go watch, I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So go and inform yourself a little bit, man. We appreciate the support. Have a good one.
The auditor continues engaging with passers-by, maintaining momentum. Another individual approaches, and the auditor explains the First Amendment test again. This time, the response is supportive, reinforcing the legitimacy of the activity. He promotes his social media platforms, encouraging viewers to educate themselves. The tone is confident, almost promotional, but still rooted in the mission of awareness. The environment remains calm, yet the camera captures every movement, every reaction, every subtle shift. The police are gone, but the audit continues as documentation. There's a sense that the main confrontation has passed, but the narrative still builds toward closure. The auditor reflects briefly on the officer's professionalism, appreciating their understanding of constitutional rights. Even without conflict, the footage still serves a purpose, demonstrating how peaceful, lawful recording should be treated. The energy settles, but the message remains strong. Public recording is protected, and awareness is the ultimate goal.
Oh, I thought they were going to pull back around this way. I was going to give them a card and thank them one last time.
Alright guys, this is where the audit wraps up. The auditor concludes that further interaction is unlikely, especially with police. He emphasizes how respectful and knowledgeable the officers were, giving credit where it's due. However, he contrasts that with the bank's earlier reaction, pointing out the aggressive attempts to stop filming. The message is clear: law enforcement understood the law, but the private business struggled with it. The closing shifts into a call to action, encouraging viewers to subscribe and stay informed. The tone is confident, slightly aggressive, and final. The audit ends on a strong note, reinforcing the importance of constitutional rights and public awareness. No dramatic confrontation, no arrests, just documentation, education, and professionalism. The camera fades out as the narrator signs off, leaving viewers with one last reminder. Audits like this exist to test boundaries, expose misunderstandings, and ensure that the First Amendment remains respected in everyday public spaces.